One of the best things I did when I was fresh out of engineering school as a mechanical engineer that helped me nail my interviews with John Deere to land my first position after school at John Deere was some advice that I took from a friend about going to the interview with an interview binder. So basically, I took all of my top 15 examples, my star examples that I knew I was going to use for the behavioral based interviews. And for every example, I included in a binder some kind of a visual aid that would help explain to somebody or demonstrate to somebody who's interviewing me what the impact was of that example, what the project really looked like, some kind of artifact. So when I interviewed at John Deere, my only experience while I was finishing school was working at the Iowa DOT. And I knew that I was coming from like a civil engineering, construction type of engineering work that I was doing while I was finishing school. And coming into John Deere, which was, obviously not civil or construction based. So not only did the interview binder help with giving some visual to show the projects that I worked on, since I knew that I'd be interviewing with people who, maybe don't know a lot about civil or construction, but I think it applies for anything at all. And it gives the interviewer something to look at while you're going through the interview. Whenever you pick a answer that you want to use or an example, you could tell the interviewer, you hand it to them at the beginning of the interview and you could say, hey, flip to page 4, right? And you've got all these little tabs on the side, like those divider index pieces that have a number on them that you can refer them to so they can open to that visual aid while you're talking about that example. And I remember when I walked into my second round of interviews and I pulled that binder out of my bag and there was about 20 people in that room waiting to do other interviews and nobody else brought any kind of visual aid. I remember hearing some whispers from people like, oh shit, that's a good idea. I wish I would have thought of that. So it helped me out a lot. I think it set me apart from a lot of the people in the interview. And I think it's a very powerful way to show, not only help them understand what your examples were about and what happened, but it sets you apart in terms of preparation and dedication, showing that you went above and beyond to prepare for the interview and you brought something that not a lot of people bring to the interview to help them do better. So I'm trying to dig up my old binder. I'll probably post another video that actually shows my binder, or I'll make a new one as an example to kind of help illustrate more what I'm talking about.